Little children, the smaller children, they understand it clear. When you say there's only one God, and you worship Him. Make sense? You understand it? Right? I understand it. Very simple. Another interesting thing about it, that whenever any prophet talks to the people, he never lies. He always tells the truth. This is a characteristic of the prophets. Also, they don't commit any major sins. So that's why some people say prophets are perfect. Compared to me, they're all perfect. Because I make mistakes. I make sins just like any human being. But what should we do? That's what the prophets told us too. If you made mistakes, prophets told you how to fix the mistake. All you have to do is go back to Allah. Go back to Allah. Ask Allah. Then you can't ask the rock, the stick, the stone, the bone. You can only ask Allah. And when you ask Allah, He likes that, and He'll give you answers. He'll guide you. He'll show you the way. But a person has to want it. If you really want to be guided by Allah, all you have to do is say, Allah, guide me. Now, again, you could say, well, then what do I need a prophet for? Well, you wouldn't have known that if the prophet didn't tell you, would you? Because many people have tried to figure this out. Some very smart people, very intellectual. Oh, yeah, they got degrees, more than a thermometer. They got so much brains, even their professors. But they never figured it out yet. They keep thinking. Is it like this? No, maybe it's like that. No, it's like this. Maybe the God is over here. No, maybe God is that. No, maybe I'm the God. People say many crazy things. It's not until guidance comes. And Allah sends prophets to guide the people. But there's a lot of interesting stories about what happened to these prophets when they tried to give the message to the people. One of the key rules about being a prophet is to recognize that you cannot make the people accept what you're going to say. So the prophets had a tough job. Because when they went to the people, like, well, if I come to you and I said, okay, everybody get up. Maybe you'll get up. Maybe. If I said, everybody, let's go eat ice cream. You'll say, okay, that sounds good to me. Let's go eat some ice cream, right? But when the prophets came and said, let's just worship God by Himself, nothing else, then what you're going to see? Big problem. They say, why? Why should I? You say, well, it's good for you. Prove it. And you say, well, how about this and this? And they say, I don't want it. So you can't force people to understand, but you can try. And what you do, you tell them what you know about the message. The message of what? Worship Allah. Give everything to Allah. Because if you give it all to Allah, Himself, one, God, then inshallah, you'll be in good shape. That's the first and foremost. Now, sometimes when we talk about these subjects, about the prophets, people ask questions about what should we eat, where should we go, can we sit around listening to music, things like this. And those things are interesting, but the most important thing of all is to know there really is God. And He sent signs. Allah sent many signs, many signs for us to recognize that there's only one God. But the best thing He did for us is He sent these messengers to make it so easy for us that we know there's only one God. And you guys were talking about a particular messenger. You said Muhammad. And I want to tell you not just about Muhammad, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, peace be upon him, but as many messengers as we can. So maybe we could be together in the future, sit together again and talk like this and express and learn more about the prophets. Would you like to do that? You can say yes if you want. Yes. Yup. That's from Texas. MashaAllah. So when we talk about these things, a couple of things I want to remember. First is that when we mention any prophet's name, we're going to say peace be upon him or sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Another thing is when we talk about prophets, we don't make any difference between, because all the prophets to us are prophets. They say something, we know it's true because they don't lie. Now Allah will elevate prophets according to the way He wants to, but that's up to Allah. So we love all these prophets, we respect all of them, and we try our best to follow. But the last prophet who comes, this is the one we have to follow now, because now we live in this area. And so because of that, we will follow the last prophet who came, and now we can mention his name is what?
Muhammad.
Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, or peace be upon him. Very good. Now, I like the way you guys are behaving now. This looks very nice, and it makes me happy, and I'm excited, I think, to continue doing this. And maybe we can have more stories of the prophet in the future, sit together and share and have fun. Would you like that?
Yes.
You like to do that? Okay. I think that's really sweet. And I always like to say something nice when I close off a program, and I pray to Allah to guide all of us to know and understand about Him and this message and to obey His messenger. Ameen.
Ameen.
Ameen. Ameen. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam.
In the name of Allah, Lord of all the worlds, there is no God but Him, the living and eternal.